Okay, here we go. What's going on, guys? Andy Brew here, coming at you. Because I'm here and I want to talk about how good Nier Automata is, this game. Oh my goodness. Now, this is going to be just a raw, unedited clip, review, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be an official review of this game. I'm not going to be breaking down gameplay, combat, story, graphics. I'm not going to be breaking all that stuff down to you in a typical review, but I am just here because I need to talk about, I need to talk about how amazing this game was. And there's probably going to be spoilers in this video. I'm not sure, but there's probably going to be. So just be careful of that. If you've never played this game, please play it. It will be one of the best games you'll ever buy. This game is a masterpiece. It is incredible. Nier Automata is one of the best video games that I have ever played, ever, in my entire life. Now, Kingdom Hearts will always be my favorite series. It's always going to be my favorite. There's nothing that's going to top that. There's nothing that can replace that. It's always Kingdom Hearts. Always going to be my favorite. But Nier Automata, it is a masterpiece. It's beautiful. It's incredible. From the combat, to the voice acting, to the soundtrack, to the story, to the characters, and the develop. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's so good, and that's basically what this video is going to be. I just need to talk about how amazing it is. I'll start with the gameplay and the combat, and the cover says, GameSpot says it's riveting, and yes, it is. It's so intense. It's so it's got a really good pace to it. It's just I feel like I'm there when I'm fighting. Oh my goodness, the movement of how the characters move is so fluid, so smooth. I've said it a lot in my streams of man, I just really love how 2B, A2, 9S, how they all just move, how they jump. It just feels so fluid and fast, and I just feel awesome when I'm playing the game, and that's a really good thing. This game, from the combat to the side quests to, and I didn't do everything in the game, but I realized that I'm late to the party. I realized that this game came out 2 years ago. I didn't find out about this game until later last year, and I just knew I had to play it because it got so good reviews. Everyone was talking great about it. I just had to play it, and I didn't play the first Nier game. I didn't even know there was a first Nier game. I just kind of looked up cutscenes and story summaries for it, so I got a little bit of context. This Nier Automata really does stand out on its own. There's references to the first Nier game. There's references with Emil, just with some of the the journals and stuff that you get when you're playing as A2. I remember one talking about Yona, who was a little girl in the first one, and there's so many other references that I probably didn't even get. Even when you're in the library, where Kane, I don't know how to say her name. She was turned to stone against the door. You actually go there in Nier Automata. So again, I don't know the first Nier game that well, but this Nier Automata, it really does stand out on its own. From the soundtrack, the soundtrack, beautiful. The voice actors did a phenomenal job. Some of the best voice acting I've heard in a video game. And just the characters were incredible, and the story, it was so sad. It's one of the saddest and most emotional games I've played, and just I can't say that there was a character that I didn't like. I adored 2B. I adored her so much. A2 was my favorite character. I loved her. She was so cool. She was amazing. And 9S, what a good guy, like what a good character, and his character development was nuts. And even though he went completely off the edge at the end of the game because of, you know, 2B's death and everything, like, wow. But his character was one of the best characters. And my favorite was A2. She was just so cool. She was amazing. And oh my goodness, but just all three of them, incredible. I have nothing bad to say about the characters. Even Devila and Popula, I don't even know if I'm saying their names right. I really don't know. But like their involvement, and then understanding their characters from the first Nier game, like their character model, like the models, the Devil and Popula models from the first Nier game, and then seeing what they're trying to do now to atone, like it gives an even deeper meaning to it, and to their character. And it's just the ending of the game, because it's a very sad game, it's very tragic, but it walks you through this journey of, and just teaching you selflessness, and there's so many other moral aspects of the game, like, sorry, just hit the desk, but so many other other things in the game, like selflessness, all kinds of like morality. I don't remember one of the side quests, one of the robots like literally actually jumped off the crane and committed suicide, so there's even like the talk of suicide, just all this life stuff in this game, and it's so deep, and even like I'm a Christian, and so I even saw glimpses of the gospel, like, so evident, especially with like Adam and Eve, like the biblical references with those two, and even how they were sitting having a conversation, and Eve was literally eating an apple, and then Adam was like, oh, you know, the humans wore clothes because, you know, like, essentially, like, that's what they did, and, like, you know, Adam and Eve, they had to wear clothes because they realized, like, they were ashamed in their sin, and so, like, because they ate from the tree, and so, like, just seeing that, and just all the biblical aspects in the game, and it's just, it was amazing, and the end of the game. And if you played the game, you know, but like the end of the game, you go through this after you like Route E, after you finish everything. It's sad because like, okay, so yeah, obviously there's spoilers in this video. Like I already just flat out said a bunch, but like everyone pretty much dies. And at the end, after Route E, you go through this sequence where it's a mini game, and it's kind of like the hacking mini games, but you're actually shooting the credits, and you have to actually beat like this credit sequence. And it gets to a point where it's like so overwhelming. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this on my own. Like I'm sure somebody has beat it by themselves, but it's basically near impossible to beat on your own unless you have help. And so you keep dying, and it keeps showing you these messages of like, are you gonna give up yet? Do you think these are just silly little games? Like, is it all pointless? Is it all worthless? Why do you keep going? And then you just say, I'm never gonna give up. I'm never gonna get up, and then give up. And then you get this message saying, it says message received, and then you get all these other cursors coming to help you. And now you have like 7 or 8 like shooting at once, and then you're able to finish it. And you realize that it's actually other players who have played the game and beaten the game. And what's so crazy is that at the end of this game, it gives you a choice. It asks you, or it makes it clear that these were other players who actually helped you finish this sequence. And then it asks you, do you want to help somebody else who can't finish Nier Automata? And then so if you say yes, if you say yes, then you'll say, okay, like there's a message that you can write for them, but then it asks you, so you have the chance to save somebody else and help them finish the game, but, however, if you do this, it'll cost you your save data. You will lose your save data. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. What do I do? Because originally, if you watch my streams, especially if you watch my finale stream, I had to really think about it because I knew I was going to feel so guilty if I said no. And so, but then the excuse was like, oh, well, I want to go do all the side quests and like 100% the game. And then I realized a few days later that excuse is a load of crap. So essentially the first time, like in my finale stream, I said no, because I was like, yeah, I want to do everything. And then I thought about it for 3 days and it was bothering me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. Like, I need to like make amends. So I even went and like made a video of just like, I had to actually go and do this and say, yes, I'm willing to give up my save data for somebody else because I get it. The game teaches you selflessness and sacrifice, and because I've never played a game that has done this before. There could be games out there that have done this, but I've never played one that has done this. But it's crazy because, like, you know, you're feeling all this loss. You know, you're in the game from the characters. You know, you're facing mourning and heartbreak from these characters that are dying and just seeing what they're going through. And then at the end of the game, you actually have something to lose. The player actually has something to lose. You actually have something to lose. Your save data. So are you willing to sacrifice your save to save somebody else? So then I came to the conclusion, I was like, yes, I have to. I have to because I get it now. And I don't regret doing that. I don't regret giving up my save data. I don't regret it. Whenever I said no the first time, I immediately regretted it. For 3 days, I let it be alive. But I don't regret it because I know somebody out there is able to finish a sequence, even if it is 2 years later after the game came out. Someone out there is able to finish it because I was willing to give up my save data for them. And man, it was, again, it's a beautiful game. Just aesthetically, it's beautiful. Like, the combat, the gameplay, the story, and the fact that the player, like, you as the player have to actually sacrifice something in the end, if you so choose to, makes it so much more impactful. And this game it impacted me so much. I don't even, like, I'm sure, you know, all games have its problems. I'm sure there are faults with this game. I've been thinking about this game for a couple weeks now, and I still can't really say. I can't. And honestly, I'm going to be real. Me personally, I'm giving this game a 10 out of 10. I think it deserves it. I thought about it, honestly, like, I was like, okay, maybe, like, 9 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10, because no game is perfect, but, like, this game, even if it might not be perfect, even if it has things wrong with it, which I'm not looking too far into it to see that, I'm giving it a 10, because it truly was one of the best games I've ever played in my life. And I mean, there's so much more, but that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to talk about it, just give a real quick review, just talk about how amazing this game is. If you've never played this game, please buy this game. Oh my goodness, I can't stress it enough. I will lend it to you. I will even just flat out give you the game. You know, this is a game that, like, honestly, it was so amazing that I can but I can't go play it again, because it's like, I played it once. It was the best game ever that I've ever played, and it's like, but I can't play it again. It's like a one and done. I'm so satisfied with everything I did. Even if I didn't finish everything, I'm so satisfied with it. I will legitimately just give you this game if you want to play it, because it is that good. Oh, so good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content in the future. Because I'm definitely going to be doing more game reviews, more streaming more games, doing all kinds of stuff. I totally would like to hear your thoughts about this game in the comment section. And if you guys have any other game recommendations for me, please let me know, because this game was recommended to me, and I'm so glad it was. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys later.